When was the last time a bull market started while everyone expected one? Never. And when was the last time a real bear market arrived when literally everyone was shouting bear market on Twitter? Never. Exactly. It doesn't happen. So why is price dumping right now? Because we need the market to be in fearful situations. The market needs fear. It needs confusion. This move to the downside that we're having right now is designed to scare traders into believing a full bear market is starting, and that's exactly what people are believing. And the moment enough people capitulate, that's when the big upside move begins. So stick around in this video and I'll show you exactly why this fear eventually is actually the most bullish setup we could ask for. Now, when I called the move to the downside initially, everyone was saying I'm wrong, that we're looking to the upside. And now I'm calling the move to the upside, but you need to pay attention. Now, in my previous video, I said to you guys, I want to see how the weekly closes, as this is going to determine a lot. Now, we've had a very, very strong bearish weekly close. Nothing has changed for me. On BTC, we've tapped into our OTE level. I can remove this fair value gap temporarily. We have not yet tapped into this weekly fair value gap yet. There is still room to the downside. Now, in an ideal situation, I want price to continue to move higher to the upside, but we have to look at the downside risk. So starting off with BTC, what we can see right now is that weekly close aggressively bearish to the downside. Now, the downside risk that we have, number one, is tapping deeper into this level down here. So anywhere between the regions of 92K to 85K is the regions we want to look to see where BTC can react from. There is, of course, a further downside target, but I don't believe we will get there yet. If I just look at this trendline liquidity just down here, and I'll put this in white, we haven't yet tapped into this trendline liquidity yet. Normally what we see is a bounce off the third touch. 1, 2, 3. And we haven't yet had that. But I don't normally use trendline liquidity. I look at market structure. Now looking at where we are right now, if I just go on the daily time frame, we can see bearish order flow continuation, move to the downside, break of market structure, move to the downside. Ideally, what we want to see is if we can just continue this move to the downside as quick as possible, and then we'll get the move to the upside. Now, anything can change within the space of 2 weeks. We are bang on in the middle of the month right now, and look at the monthly time frame. This monthly candle can do two things. We can start to pull back from here, resulting in a wick on the monthly for November. We'll start off December going bearish again and diving deeper into our OTE level for the first 1 to 2 weeks of December, and then move to the upside going forward. Or what can happen is we can continue moving down bearish to the downside on BTC, close bearish, and then we'll get a bullish engulfing December monthly candle that wipes out all of those positions that are shorting to the downside, and we blow from there onwards. Now, nothing else to show on the daily time frame. We can just see clear bearish order flow. There is a bigger market maker sell model. Here is your original consolidation. Here is your buy side. Here is your sell side. This is the midpoint. Now, I highly doubt we will tap into these regions of 74K, but there is always a possibility, so be aware of this. Now let's go on the total market cap chart. On the monthly time frame, we have room to go lower. Remember, these are your worst case scenarios. We have room to go lower. BTC has already tapped into the 61.8. Crypto total market cap chart has not yet tapped into it. So we have room to go lower on the monthly time frame. Similarly, to BTC, we can close like this. Literally, it will be a wick like this to the downside and we'll close above for November. There is a possibility that can happen. Or we can close as a bearish monthly candle. December will open up bullish to the upside, taking out all of those positions to the downside. Weekly time frame, how is it looking? Now, I said to you, I want to see how the weekly time frame closes, and that would dictate quite a lot of where we will go. It's looking quite bearish. We've closed below these levels, or we haven't yet taken out this candle. We haven't yet taken out previous week's low, so we can just continue driving to the downside, fulfilling this market maker sell model, which I'll show you a bit more better on the daily time frame. Now, I want to see price move to the downside, because this will just cement my bias even more. Everyone is calling for a bear market, but yet we are nowhere near a bear market yet. I have not been more convinced that price is going to pop within the next 3 to 4 weeks. We need to be patient. It's taking longer than anticipated, but I guarantee you when it happens, it's going to happen very, very quickly and very suddenly when we least expect it. We want to see price come in, fulfill this market maker sell model, and let's see how we react from there. There is room to the downside. We've got this order block down here. We've got fair value gap and the 78.6. In my previous video, I said to you guys, we can look within the regions of 3 trillion to 2. Let's just call it 2.7 trillion. So let's keep an eye on those figures. Now, nothing else to update. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it sweet. I haven't entered into any other positions just yet. I've closed my XRP position and I am not in any other positions right now. I will let you know if I enter anything. If we get that move to the downside, I will keep you updated. Now on Ethereum, we have more room to go to the downside on Ethereum. Price hasn't yet tapped into the 61.8 to the 78.6. We close on the weekly as a bearish candle, but we closed above this sell side liquidity. We tapped into the sell side liquidity. The last video that I made, we had not yet tapped into this sell side liquidity. Given that we tapped into this sell side liquidity, what we may see, if I just go on the daily time frame now, what we may see is a slight pullback into this new dealing range. So if I just mark on this dealing range down here, we can probably get a slight pullback into this dealing range, and then price will go lower from there. We have a fair value gap down here, possibility of us coming to the premium side of this dealing range, and then we'll continue the move to the downside. Similarly, like we had down here, a move down, pull back, move down, pull back. Now, the thing that's convincing me that this may happen is because we had a close above this sell side liquidity. So let's see how price reacts from these levels down here. But I am expecting price to move to the downside in the worst case scenario. Now, in terms of targets, I'm looking between the regions of 2.7K to 2.1K. There is a possibility we can go lower, but let's look within those regions first, and then we will assist on how we react from those levels. Now, I want to just discuss with you guys the possibility of this not happening, price not moving to the downside. And that's what we would like to see in an ideal scenario. Now, really what we want to see for us to be convinced that we have officially entered the final phase, that final bull market phase, what we want to see is at least a strong aggressive move to the downside and a whipsaw right back up. That's what we want to see. We want to see that strong move to the downside first, and then the move back up. Let's try finding an example. Let's go on the weekly time frame. Something like this, right? We had a strong move to the downside, right? And then we had a whipsaw back up, fully engulfing, and look at that continuation. We want to see something like that, basically. And that would convince me that the market is ready to finish off what it started. Now, no further updates. In my next video, what I'm going to show you guys is the coins that I'm currently in right now. And I think I will make this as soon as possible for you guys because they are at a very, very good position to buy and an easy 5 to 10x. Now, if you like these types of videos, I trade crypto using the ICT strategy. I update you guys regularly and keep you guys posted on any live positions that I take. So hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.